So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the podcast studio with Kaz and Wayne. And what are we going to talk about today, Kaz?
What to wear in Disney?
Clothes.
Yep, you have to wear clothes.
Yeah, you have to wear clothes.
You definitely have to wear clothes to go to Disney. You can't go to Disney naked.
Yeah, I think you'd possibly get thrown out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've just checked on the rules. So do you actually know what the Disney rules are for clothing?
Well, go on then.
Right, Disney rules. One, that they suggest that you dress comfortably. Secondly, they suggest that you wear good walking shoes and check the local weather reports before you leave for the parks. That's really helpful. On the subject of shoes, from personal experience, I will say, wear decent shoes because you're going to be walking lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of steps.
You mean I got to walk?
Yeah, you're going to walk.
No.
I'm not pushing you around all the rest of the parks.
I'll just get an EV then.
Yeah. And don't buy brand new shoes and then decide to go to the parks. That is a really mad idea. I know this because I did, although I did it with a pair of Skechers. And everyone talks about Skechers, say, oh, Skechers are really the thing to have. They're not that great, actually. They're sort of comfortable once you get used to them.
Me, on the other hand, I wear my comfy boots. However, some people swear blind to wear flip-flops and other people wear Crocs. But please, guys, don't wear Crocs with socks.
Why don't you wear Crocs with socks?
No. It's just not a good image.
That rhymes, you know that?
Yeah, Crocs and socks is just not a good image. It's a bit like socks and sandals, especially if you're men.
Okay. We do actually own Crocs.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we bought some Disney Crocs, which we wear to going to the gym.
We're wearing to going to the gym and going to the swimming pool and going to the spa on the ship, and they actually are comfy, but I don't think I could wear them all day in the park.
No, there's lots of walking into the park.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to what Disney does and doesn't allow, yeah, they suggest that you wear something comfortable, and they talk about having proper attire. Now, bear in mind, Disney parks are generally designed for families, so there is a list of things that you should avoid wearing. Some of them are obvious, and some of them aren't actually quite as obvious. So do you want me to go through the list?
Well, I think one obvious one is that if you're an adult and you're wearing a T-shirt to Disney, nothing sexual too deflammatory.
Yeah, I think that comes under clothing with objectionable material, including obscene language or graphics.
Yep.
We've also got excessively torn clothing.
You got to look semi-tidy.
Clothing which, by nature, exposes excessive portions of the skin that may be viewed as inappropriate for a family environment. And this is one that actually comes out quite often by so-called influencers who seem to love going in with some weird and wonderful bodysuit which exposes probably everything apart from the bits that legally they have to cover up. And then they complain because they get thrown out.
I'm sorry, guys. That means no string vest, and you do actually have to keep your shirt on in the park. You can't walk. This isn't Tenerife. This isn't Malaga. This is Disney, and Disney is family. So you do actually have to wear your shirt. You can't walk around with your shirt tied around your waist.
So I can't wear my string vest?
No, you can't wear a string vest. Or a bikini top.
I wasn't planning on wearing a bikini top.
Bikini tops are one of those things they actually say not to wear and to have to be covered because, again, bikini tops are exposing chest, and the last thing you want to be is on, say, an attraction and something pops out.
Yeah, that could be entertaining.
Because then that's exposure.
What else do we have? Clothing that touches or drags on the ground.
Trip hazards.
Trip hazard, yeah. Clothing with multiple layers is subject to search upon entry.
Yes.
That's always fun when it's cold. And, of course, the other one in their list is objectionable tattoos.
Yep.
So, again, remember, it's a family environment. The ones that are quite interesting, because you wouldn't initially go, oh, why wouldn't I be allowed to wear those? And that's costumes and costume masks.
I think that's because they don't actually want you to be mistaken for Disney cast members or characters.
Quite possibly true. The rules actually say costumes and costume masks, which may not be worn by guests of 14 years or older. There are a couple of exceptions, one of which is specific Halloween and Christmas events, which we will be talking about in a bit, and some outfits inspired by Star Wars.
I think, again, it's the whole, so you're not mistaken as being a cast member or an official Disney character walking around the park.
So I can't walk around like Mickey Mouse?
No, you can't, I'm afraid.
Or Stitch?
Or Stitch, no.
Can I walk around like Olaf then?
Possibly in an Olaf-inspired costume or outfit, or a Disney bound.
A Disney bound?
A Disney bound.
So come on, what's a Disney bound?
A Disney bound is where you have an outfit that you've actually based around a Disney character. Now, you can't wear Disney costumes, but you can Disney bound. So say you want to be, for instance, Minnie Mouse, and you want to have an outfit inspired by Minnie Mouse. You could wear a red and white polka dot dress with Minnie Mouse ears and have a Minnie Mouse bag and yellow shoes. And hey, There you go. It's a Minnie Mouse outfit.
I'll look quite nice like that, will I?
Yeah, you would look quite nice like that.
Yeah.
However, you'd look probably better as Gaston in a nice pair of dark slacks and a red shirt and your hair brushed so you can show one of your muscles.
My muscles.
Your muscles.
I am Gaston.
Or you could do Donald Duck. Blue shorts, white t-shirt. Blue short, white t-shirt, yellow shoes.
I think I could possibly do Gaston.
I think
You know why?
Why?
It is because of your hash. I could do Pepe Le Pew, but I think Pepe Le Pew's actually...
Pepe Le Pew is not Disney.
It's not Disney. Sorry, Disney.
There are ways that you can actually go to the park and look similar to a Disney character, but you cannot go to a park and actually be in a costume that is impersonating a Disney character. Unless, of course, you go to an after-hours event.
Yes, the after-hour events are Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and we have a Disney Villains After Hours.
Disney Villains After Hours is in Disneyland, California, I believe.
Quite possibly. I'm just reading off the Disneyland website.
I was going to say Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That is in Walt Disney World, and that is notoriously good fun apparently. And you do get lots of candy, and you can dress up in Disney costumes.
Someone said candy.
Yes, don't worry. We are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year.
Goody, goody, goody. Right, in terms of what costumes you can actually wear during one of those events, just scanning down the guidelines, you can dress as your favourite character, but you're not allowed to pose for pictures or sign autographs for other guests. But I'm famous. I'm an influencer. They could be signing for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, but they do...
We know someone who does that.
No, they do actually say you can look like your favourite character. So, say if I wanted to go in a Belle-inspired or a Belle outfit and a ball gown or something, I could go looking like Belle, but I can't stop and pose and have people take photos of me and sign autographs, because again it's distracting away from the characters which Disney actually have around the park for these events.
And of course you're not allowed to wear masks.
No, you cannot have your face covered.
That's a pity.
That's good. It means no Jawas.
Yeah, Jawas are another story which we're not going to discuss on today's costuming podcast.
What's wrong with Jawas?
What's right with Jawas?
Routine. Other things to consider when going to Disney is the weather.
Yeah, the weather at Disney can be interesting. Sometimes people think that because it's Disney also control the weather. And I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories about Disney. He's not buried underneath somewhere in the park. He's not frozen and all that jazz. You have to be prepared for the weather. There's two main types of weather we get, and this includes Disney in Florida and also includes Disney in Paris. One thing you're going to get is rain. Or what's the best thing to use when it rains?
Ponchos.
I was going to say bin liner, actually.
No, ponchos.
They look like bin liners. But yes, everyone seems to go for ponchos. You can buy ponchos at the parks.
In France, they're about 10, 12 euros. In America, they're about $7, $8. But one thing, the ponchos are reusable and you can actually fold them up and put them in your park bag. And we will be doing a podcast about what to put in your park bag and what not to put in your park bag.
I put everything in your park bag.
Yes, I know. It probably explains why I get stopped at security.
Yeah. Gentlemen, tip for you. Stick everything in her bag. She gets stopped and you don't. It's great. You can also wear jackets and things, which they allow. But unfortunately, you're then going to end up carrying them around all day. And ponchos tend to be, one, quite common, quite small. So, yeah, you can stuff them in a bag. If it's cold, my advice would be wear layers. Wear layers because you're going to be cold at one point and then you're suddenly going to discover that big heavy jacket stuck inside it is going to be hot and sweaty for the rest of the day. So wear layers so you can strip off within the dress code, of course.
And don't do what we did, which is one time in Disneyland Paris, we went out and he went, oh, the sun's out, it's shining, it's sunny, it's dry. We won't take anything waterproof with us. So go to the park, get our spot to watch a parade, and somebody turned the tap on and we got wet.
It's not as bad as the time we walked out of Sequoia Lodge. Got probably 15 yards to the lake, and by which time it was hammering down. We were actually due to go into Disneyland Village to have something to eat. We just turned around, walked straight back, and we were completely and utterly drenched.
So my advice would be when planning what to wear in Disney is have a look at the weather and also then prepare for the worst.
Right, there are certain times when you actually do have to wear specific outfits. There are certain places within Disney that have dress codes.
What?
Yeah, dress codes. So there are certain places, generally the restaurants of the higher level.
Can I still wear Mickey ears?
I think you can still wear Mickey ears. There are a few restaurants. There's Waltz, and what's the new one in Disneyland Paris?
There are two in Disneyland Paris. You've got Waltz, which is the fine dining restaurant on Main Street, which is a really nice restaurant, well themed. But you do actually have to have a smart casual outfit on to go into there. And the other one is, I think it's called Enchanted Road.
It's some posh restaurant in the Disneyland Hotel.
Disneyland Hotel. It's the fine dining version sit-down restaurant, which took over where Cafe Fantasia used to be. And basically, again, this dress code is there, a smart casual. Guys, I'm sorry, that does mean trousers and shirts. And ladies, you can wear trousers and a smart blouse or a dress or a skirt. It is a dress code that you do have to dress appropriately. You can't just walk in on your swimsuit or your swim shorts.
Yeah, trousers and a shirt, normally they define shirts as being collared shirts. They don't like shorts. They don't like open-toed sandals. It's very similar, actually. On the cruise, we have Paolo,
which is found on all the cruise lines. You have Enchante, which is found on the Disney Wish. And you have Reme, which is found on the Dream and the Fantasy.
And basically, they all do have a dress code, which is smart casual. So, again, no open-toed sandals, no sportswear, shirts with a collar. I mean, they're not as bad as you must have a tie. But if you're going to go and spend some money going for fine dining, why not dress up? Why not turn it into something that's really nice and interesting? I think that's nearly about it.
We haven't covered theme nights on cruises. I briefly mentioned Pirate Night.
Okay, theme nights on cruises.
Some of the cruises that you go on are going to have theme nights. A lot of them you'll hear have a pirate night. This is normally the pirate night. This is normally the second or third night of your cruise. The stateroom hosts leave you a nice bandana on your bed in the morning when they do tidy up your stateroom for you. But a lot of people like to dress up in pirate-inspired costumes. Now, you can either be as piratey or not piratey as you want to be. I've got a full-blown pirate costume. And Mr. Disney's just got a Disney pirate shirt that he wears.
And a bandana.
But you do see some people that really go to town. One thing you also want to consider in terms of attire and packing, especially when going to Disney in France, is some of the hotels have got swimming pools. Some of those swimming pools do actually have rules in terms of what can be worn by a gentleman in the water. But some of the hotel pools do expect the gentleman to wear trunks.
That's not actually the hotels. That's actually French law.
I think it might be French, but some hotels are okay about it. Just be prepared that you might want to put a pair of trunks in just in case.
Get your budgie smugglers out.
That's our take on what to wear when going to Disney. The main key things are you want to be dressed comfortably. You've got to remember you're in a family environment, and you also want to make sure you are prepared for all occasions, and that includes for the children as well.
Basically, wear clothes.
Yeah. Do not go to the park naked.
Yeah, no naked park goers, please. Anyway, thanks for listening. That's another one of our stunningly long podcasts, although once we've edited it won't be that long. Don't forget you can follow us using the various means on podcasting. We're still learning how to do podcasts as half the time. It's like, I don't know what this does, and press that button and suddenly you can have reviews. So please follow us on your favourite podcasting player, and don't forget you can leave reviews. We'd love to hear from you. But I think that's it. So goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. And don't forget, you can also follow us on YouTube as well.
YouTube and all the usual social media things. Links are generally in the story notes. But if you look for Addicted to Disney, generally you'll find us. So bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.